I think the hardest part of filming this is pretending like I'm a person that does their hair every day. Hi. Why do I always say hi so freaking weird? Hi. Welcome to my channel. I feel so weird saying that. I don't know that I'll get used to that. I don't know how many of these we'll do. We'll keep going when we can. It's gonna get harder very soon. But I'm gonna still try. Anywho, any of you guys that have been around me a long time would know that I actually pour a lot of epoxy resin. I post a lot of that on my social media accounts. You should be following those. But you'll see, I've been doing it for years. I like to experiment when I see cool new techniques, and recently I actually saw 2 new techniques, and I was going to make them separate videos, but they weren't anything major, so I just combined them here in one. Hopefully it doesn't get confusing. The first technique is actually taking, I saw a guy, I don't know his channel, I'll look it up and I'll put the name here. And he was taking hot glue and like spreading it across a frog mold to put like stringy stuff in it. And he wanted to see if it was going to melt the hot glue because epoxy gets warm as it cures. And it didn't. So I was like, ooh, potential here. My brain went right to like stringy brain stuff. And so that's what we did. You'll see I took it and I put it inside of some skulls. I have 2 different skull molds, one shiny, one matte. And we tested it a couple of different times. There should be 4 finished pieces at the end of this that you guys get to see. And then the second technique I saw on the Maker channel. And what they did was they took resin, they poured it into their mold. They waited a little bit for it to cure and get thicker. And then they took a pipette. I don't really know what those are for other than art purposes. I get them delivered here with like resin kits sometimes, or paint pouring stuff. And you like wait till it gets a little bit thicker and you inject it in the mold and you squirt it and pull it out and it leaves like dots and strings. They didn't get it 100% successful, I don't think either. I think they said they didn't wait long enough, and I definitely didn't wait at all. I just kind of did it right after I poured, maybe poured a couple other things and then went back to it. But you'll get to see the results of that. It's pretty cool. It almost gives it like a blown glass, like how that can get twisted when they blow it. So it's pretty neat. The hot glue survived too. Spoiler alert if you're curious. But you'll get to see really cool results of what happened to it. So I don't feel like that's too bad of a spoiler. I don't have a ton of footage of me with things. It's just going to be a voiceover. It's been a long week. If you haven't seen, I at the same time was filming this guy right here. That's Globy from Pee-wee's Playhouse. So we were multitasking here, but anyways, thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoy the footage, and I'll put some really cool pictures and stuff in the end of the finished products up close. Thanks. Bye. Here we are adding in the hot glue. I actually had red hot glue, and this is like a mini glue gun. And inside of this particular mode, or mold, whichever, it had some resin in there already. So it's going to be red as well on top of the red veiny things. It's cool because there's a lot of strings in there, and you'll see in the end, not all of them melted in the hot resin. pipette. It came out really cool in the end. I liked it so much. I actually replicated it with a combo of these two techniques again afterwards and filmed that as well. Here are our finished goals. We'll start with this one. This one was injected with a syringe and this yellow pigment, and it was also drizzled with hot glue. You can see a little bit of texture on the top of them. I'm sure it's because of the glue. It's really hard to film because the reflection's right on there. This one had some resin poured on top, and then I put in some glue. I actually think this one's my favorite, but the bottom of it's super jagged. It looks really cool. This one had red hot glue, and also I injected it with the syringe in the yellow. I think this has got some potential to actually use the hot glue to put a brain in them. And then this one was injected with a pipette, I think that's what it's called. This was with my good tried and true resin, which is a little bit thicker. And I think that's why it actually worked a little bit better and it didn't dissolve as much. This resin was a lot more runny. I'll get some more close-up shots.